This is Rocio from Mama Abroad, and today I'm here to share what I think is the new mom survival kit, or at least it was in my case. It took me a little while to figure out the exact setup that was going to make this experience the most enjoyable for me. Here's how it is. At the end of your pregnancy, you're swollen, you're big, heavy, tired, confused, emotional, and so you just can't wait for the baby to come. Then, when the baby comes, you go through labor. All women will agree that it is a very intense experience. At the end of it, you will be very, very tired, sore, and it'll take you a little while to recover physically, and then emotionally you'll be like somewhere in the universe, and you'll be a little confused, overwhelmed. And so that is why I want to share these things that made my experience in the first couple of months of motherhood as wonderful as they were. On my 10 items in the new mom survival kit, number one, I have the support of loved ones. Now, I don't mean this just kind of like, love and, knowing that they're here for you, but in the most practical way. So I was very lucky my mom came and stayed here with us in London from Guatemala, and she stayed 2 months, and that was wonderful. And Max was able to stay for the first week, and then he works for himself, so he's been able to be very flexible. Now, I understand that this is not something that's possible for every family, but surely you can find a way to, plan for someone to be able to spend as much time as possible with you and the baby, at least for the first week after his or her arrival. And this will make a huge difference. The ways that they can help are, all the practical things: cooking, buying groceries and food, doing the dishes, doing the laundry. To have someone there that can take care of this, and it's wonderful. And also, someone to be witness to this first moments in your new status as a mom is wonderful. So, number two, for moms that are breastfeeding, this is something that took me a while to figure out, but that I treasure. This little band that I have here, you can use a hairband or a scrunchie, whatever it is. I'm using this little bracelet with Maxie's name. Basically what it is, it's my own signal to know which breast he last fed, so that I know the next time he wants to eat on which breast to put him. At the beginning, because you don't have that much milk, you usually, every time he feeds, you feed him off both breasts. But then as you start to have more milk, then you only do one breast at a time. And sometimes it'll be really obvious when he's slept for a while, and then one breast starts to feel swollen, and this does happen. It might seem funny, but it's not, because it can be really uncomfortable. Number three, it's a plastic bottle of water. If you're breastfeeding, you need to stay hydrated. Always keep it by your side. This is great. It's a plastic one. It can be closed. It can fall. It won't break. It won't spill. You can have it during the day if you're, sitting watching TV, or whether you are out, you can put it in his diaper bag and take it with you. If you, at night, I have it in bed with me. It's a lifesaver. A fourth one is for moms of baby boys. It's a little, cut one of these up into smaller pieces and just keep that there. And then every time you change his diaper, make sure that you place that on top of his willy, and to keep it warm, because baby boys, when you're changing them, if they get cold, they will pee. And they will pee all over you, and all over themselves, and all over their clothes, and then that will be just a lot of work for item number 5. It's the Lancino Nipple Cream. It's needed mostly during the first weeks after your baby's arrival when you're breastfeeding, because your nipples will need some getting used to. I keep mine in the headboard, so that in the night, if I start to feel like my nipples are getting a little irritated, all I have to do is reach up and grab it, and I can just put some on, and it is amazing. It soothes them. Item number 6 are nighttime nursing bras. Now these are completely different to, you know, the daytime ones that are like this. They just have to like unhook. Nighttime bras usually look a lot more like sports bras. So they just go like that, more comfortable because usually they don't have hooks, you know, they're just one piece. Cotton, fresh, and then it's just so easy because you just pull them down and pull them back up. Number 7, showers. For the first 2 months after Maxie's arrival, I showered every morning and every night. I needed 2 showers a day because I was sweating so much from, you know, like my body wasn't used to his weight and carrying him around all the time and having him on top of me all the time. I would get hot, he would get hot, we would sweat. The habit of taking a shower every morning made the start of the day feel normal. And in the evening, it put me to bed. Like washing it all off, feeling fresh, and going to bed with him feeling fresh. I feel like the showers that I was taking in the morning and in the evening, it gave me, you know, like 15 minutes in the morning and 15 minutes at night just for me, where I could just relax. Number 8, I think, me time. After the first 6 weeks, up until the 3 months, you're supposed to be doing kind of like exercise that's not too intense and not too hard on you. So you can't just go on jumping around, and you can do exercises like yoga and Pilates. And I am doing this with the support of Max. So I have like from like 30 to 45 minutes every day, usually in the afternoons when he comes home from work. You know, he takes Maxie and spends some quality time with him, and then I just put on some videos on the smart TV, and I turned the living room into my personal fitness studio. And it was really great for your muscles, you know, toning them, but you need to be strong, you know, to be carrying. Maxie's getting so big. I'm carrying him all the time, even at night, you know, he's sleeping with me. So I need to be strong, and Pilates really helps. And then the other side is that it's great for stretching. You know, it just kind of like allows me at the end of the day to stretch my arms, stretch my legs, stretch my back, and release all the tension, and it's just wonderful. Number 9, a pump. So even if it's just a manual pump, if you're not planning on pumping very much, it's important for you to have it. And that is not just for the practical reasons, but also because it means that you are thinking about yourself as well. If you have a pump, it means that you can plan a night out with your friends, or a night out with your husband, or just by yourself. And then lastly, number 10, is good communication with your partner. Now, this is vital, and it might be the last item in my survival kit, but it's the most important one, no doubt about it. You're doing this together. He needs, and she needs your guidance and your help. You need to tell him or her how they can help you. You know, don't be afraid to ask for help, and don't you dare get mad if you're feeling really tired and neglected and you're not saying anything. You need to communicate, especially if you are in a man-woman relationship. Men are not the most intuitive. You need to spell it out for him and tell him exactly. This is a good thing. It makes your partner feel useful. At the beginning, it can be pretty frustrating for them to go through this amazing experience and feel like they're not as big a part of it as you are. Involve him as much or her as possible. Organize your days, you know, with him. Plan, you know, and if they forget, just remind them, you know, just be really honest and kind of like proud about this. You know, this is an experience that is tough. It's very intense, but it's in your hands to make it enjoyable, to make it fun, And in order to do that, you need to not feel like you're a super mom and you do everything, but to remember that you're a family and that you decided to bring this person into the world as a couple. So as a couple, you should be, taking care of this little person. Not just the hard stuff, but also the fun stuff. Making sure that your partner is getting that quality time and that she's learning how to change the diapers and how to calm him when he's upset and how to put him to sleep. It's really important because he's a parent or she's a parent as well, and it just makes him feel good and it gives you time to rest. Be creative about it. With Max, we've talked about, like maybe in a couple of months getting a nanny to take care of Maxie once a week, maybe in the afternoons. It's all about, being practical. It's good for you, good for him, and good for the baby, because his dad or his, other mom is just as important to the baby as you are. And the baby needs to feel this, and the dad or your partner needs to feel that as well. So here's the list again. I will see you guys next week. Please make sure that you comment and like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and most importantly, share this video with anyone that you think will find this useful. Maxie's still asleep. Bye. See you next week. Bye bye.